Well, hello everybody. It's Mary Bush with Stampin' in the Sand, and welcome to a surprise Facebook Live. I have a bug. There's a little bug flying around. So this is a surprise live. I didn't give you much notice, maybe just a few minutes, because the time worked out well for me. So here I am. Hopefully you can see everything okay, and I'm coming up okay, and we can get started. So as you know, Stampin' Up is currently running our designer series paper sale. It's our annual event, and there's only a few days left. It ends on August 2nd. So I thought it would be fun to pop on and show you a whole bunch of samples of cards that I've created using our designer series paper that is included in the sale, and make a fun little card that'll take you absolutely no time and showcase all of your gorgeous papers. So they're perfect. The card is perfect for a Stamp-A-Stack, or when you have to mass produce a bunch of thank you cards or birthday cards. You just have to change out the sentiment. I'm using thanks, but you can easily make it for anything: birthday, anniversary, thinking of you, sympathy, etc., just by changing out your greeting and your designer series paper. So while we are waiting for some folks to catch that I'm actually here, I thought I would go over what's included in this sale. So currently included in our 15% off designer series paper sale, we have 9 papers. We have The Beauty of the Earth, Bloom Where You're Planted, Hand Penned, the In Good Taste, which is that mega stack, usually retails for $21 and it's on sale for only $17.85. It's the one with all that fantastic wood grain and tile type of photo ready, or photo reproduction type papers. We have the In the Wild designer series paper, which is that big cats. Pansy Petals, which is that super popular stamp bundle. We have the You're a Peach, another one of our super popular stamp set bundles from the annual catalog. Tidings of Christmas. Christmas is going to be here before we know it. I know we don't want to think about it in the heat of July, but you know it's going to come up super fast, and we want to get started. So the Tidings of Christmas designer series paper is included in the sale, so you might want to pick up a few stacks of that so that you're ready for all of your holiday crafting. And Sweet Symmetry, which we're going to be using today. So those are the 9 papers that are currently included in the sale. If you're going to be shopping my online store, I have provided a link in the description of this video above for you to use when you're shopping, and I'm giving away, as an added incentive for shopping with me in the last final days of our designer series paper sale, I'm giving away some of my stash. So if you've been following, you know that I have been working on my craft room and inventorying and cataloging products that I have here in my mess, which I'm not even going to turn the camera around and show you because it's an embarrassing disaster. And I'm giving some of my designer series papers away because I have a lot. It looks like a case of hoarders. So with any order in my online store using the host code that I've provided in the description of this video, when you spend $50 or more, I'm going to be giving you designer series paper shares from my stash. So when I was looking through, I have a whole bunch of papers like the beautiful Butterfly Bijou. I still have a whole bunch of that bee paper, the Golden Honey designer series paper, a bunch of that plaid Tidings, if you remember from last season. That was a really popular one. Peaceful Poppies, Birthday Bonanza, Persian Blossoms. I mean, these are just a few of the ones that I just pulled out, but I have designer series paper going back over 10 years. So I have a lot of paper and I want to give it away and share the love. Also, if you place those orders, and I forgot to grab it. Hold on 1 second. Look at Persian Blossoms for a second, because I gotta find it. Also included in my giveaway, I'm going to be giving away samples from the Host exclusive Pattern Party Designer Series paper. This is a humongous stack that currently hosts can get, or customers can get for only $18 with host rewards when their orders or their events have sales of $150 or more. So when your sales from hosting an event or placing your own order reach $150, you start earning host rewards, which is equal to 10% or more of your purchase or your event sales. This giant pack of paper is $18 to host. So if you place a $150 order, you're going to get $15 product credit, and you can use it towards this paper and pay only $3 for this pack of paper. This is huge. It's like 48 sheets, I think, of paper. Yeah, 48 12 by 12 sheets, and it's fabulous paper. There's gorgeous prints on one side, and on the other side are all classic black and white patterns. If you haven't checked it out, you can see it in my online store. And if you place an order of $50 or more, you're going to get a sample pack cut to 6 by 6 from me for free. Just my way of de-stashing my stash, because I'm ashamed to tell you how many packs of these paper I have. Don't do the math. Okay, so let's get started on today's card. So today we're going to be using the Sweet Symmetry, if I have that right. Yep, the Sweet Symmetry Designer Series paper. It's these absolutely gorgeous prints using some of our most popular colors. We have bold patterns on one side, and then in classic Stampin' Up style, we have more subtle backgrounds on the opposite side. So my sketch was actually the card that I'm making is based on a sketch that a friend of mine, Jen, shared with me yesterday, and she challenged me to come up with a card using her sketch and featuring some of our designer series paper. So this is the card that we're going to make, and after we're done making this card, I'm going to show you a whole bunch of alternate cards that I created using different papers but following the exact same sketch, just swapping out different papers and different card bases. And I have a humongous pile. I'll give you a sneak peek. I have a humongous pile of cards. I gotta pick them up. I have a huge stack of cards that I'm gonna show you that all feature some of the designer series paper that we have on our sale currently, to kind of show you how much you can get out of those designer series papers. So stay tuned to the end, because you won't want to miss all these cards. Okay, so let's get started on today's card, which is using our Sweet Symmetry. Again, here is the host code for placing those orders to qualify for my free DSP, or you can join my Sand Dollar Stampers team, my Stampin' in the Sand Dollar Stampers team, for early access to our holiday catalog and celebration earnings, because that starts in August. So our new holiday catalog comes out on August 3rd. You can start shopping from the annual catalog, but demonstrators can shop now. We also can earn celebration rewards early, which is that free product when you spend $50 or more. And we also enjoy our instant discounts. So if you're interested in joining and taking advantage of those perks when the holiday catalog launches, you can go to stampinthesand.stampinup.net and click the join button, and it'll give you all the information, and you can join my team. We'd be very excited to have you, and you will love all the perks. So that is the host code. I'll just prop it up here. I think it's still in the camera. We'll just stick it up over there, and let's get started making our card. So our basic card base is Night of Navy. I've cut it 4 1/4 by 11 and scored it at 5 1/2. So we have a card, oh my gosh, a vertical card that's just gonna stand up like that. The next layer is some of our designer series paper, and I have cut this 4 by 5 1/4. And we're gonna use this Just Jade pattern on the top. The next layer is a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece of our Night of Navy, followed by the exact same piece of designer series paper cut 3 inches by 4 inches, and this time we're going to use the bold pattern on this side, and I just got that bug. That was really driving me crazy. Okay, so that's going to go there. Next we have a Night of Navy piece that is 1 inch by 3 inches, and then we have Whisper White that is 7/8 of an inch by 3 inches. We also have a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 basic white for the inside of our card, and a strip of designer series paper that's 3/4 of an inch by 4 inches. Yep, by 4. And this was left over from cutting 2 card fronts out of a strip of designer series paper. You end up with 1 and 1.5 inches left over. Cut that in half and you have 2 little strips for the inside. So this is going to be very limited supplies, a very quick and easy card. It'll go together super fast and you can make a whole stack of them, like I said, in no time. And they're all going to be beautiful because of our designer series paper. So first, we're just going to glue down our designer series paper to our card front. Everything on this card, I think I like it better this way. Everything on this card is flat. So we're not using any dimensionals. You can if you want to, most certainly. But I'm going for quick and easy and on the flatter side so that it can easily be mailed. I won't have to worry about extra postage or lumps and bumps. And if I want to include a gift card or a letter or something like that, I know that it'll mail easily. And again, not require any extra postage, etc., etc. So we've just glued our 2 layers together. Then we're going to add glue and glue down this layer. I think this has got to be I think I'm going to go this way, fastest card I have ever made, the quickest card I've ever made, and certainly the quickest card I think I've ever made on a Facebook Live. All right, next we're just going to take our Night of Navy strip and we're going to glue that down on the front. And I think I want some of that little flower to show. I think I'll put it about there. That looks good. Okay, so our only stamping, or our stamping for right now, is going to be on this little piece here. I'm bringing in the thanks from Ornate Thanks. So it's this image right here, and there's also a bunch of scripty greetings. So we're going to use one of those on the inside of our card. I'm going to stamp in Night of Navy ink. I'm just going to ink that up. And I think because this is photopolymer and I'm live, I'm not going to take a chance, and I am going to bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat. If you don't have one of these, it is a must-have for stamping. It gives that cushion to your photopolymer stamps that are missing, that come built into the wood stamps. I'm going to hope that's straight because I don't want to get my head in the camera looking in to make sure it's straight. And actually it looks pretty straight. Bonus! Okay, so we'll put that aside for a second. We can do our inside. I'm just going to let that dry because my Night of Navy is pretty inky. So the last thing I need to do is stick my finger in it and make a mess. So I'm just going to add this little strip down to the bottom of my insert. Just tie the front of the card into the inside. And then I'm going to stamp You Made My Day, and that comes in the Ornate Thanks stamp set. I'm going to ink it up in the Night of Navy. Ooh, and I did get some on the corner of that block. And you just know I'll end up getting it on my card if I don't get rid of it. So I'll grab one of my trusty Q-tips and I'm gonna take the You Made My Day and I'm gonna hope I'm straight. You have a better view than I do, so if I'm crooked, you can scream, Mary, you're crooked, and it'll be too late. There's nothing I can do about it. All right, You Made My Day, and that actually looks kind of straight. All right, You Made My Day. So I don't need this anymore, and I do need my Take Your Pick tool, and I do need some Stampin' Seal. This is Stampin' Seal Plus, because you know me, I do not use glue on my inside layers because they always dry slightly bumpy and I don't like speed bumps when I'm writing messages. So this is gonna just get tucked inside like so, and I'm just hoping I'm straight. I don't have the bird's eye view, you do. Okay, so that's the inside. Then to finish off the outside, all we have to do is add some glue to the sentiment and attach it to the front of the card, like so. And I'm really afraid to push on that with a bare hand, but it was dry. Okay, so now I'm going to close up my ink pad because I don't want to be a walking disaster. Cap my glue, same reason. And then with my Take Your Pick tool, I'm gonna add Holiday Rhinestone Jewels. If you don't have the Holiday Rhinestone Jewels, you can easily take our regular rhinestone jewels and a Stampin' Blend and color your rhinestones any color you wish. But the Holiday Rhinestones just so happen to have this blue in them, so I can just use these. So I'm just going to put one on either side of my thanks, and there you have it. Now for the outside of my card, outside of my envelope, which I neglected to get one because you know me and I like to coordinate my envelope to my card, and I like to do them all at one time so that I'm not having to go back and try to decorate an envelope later. I'm going to take my stamp again, and I'm just going to add my thanks to the front of the envelope. And that's not too bad. It's a little crooked, but it's not too bad. I've been doing this all day. I think that's the straightest I've gotten it on the envelope. Don't ask me why. And then from the Banner Year stamp set, we have this little tiny heart here. So I'm going to grab that. I just need a little block. And I just put away that ink, didn't I? Take my little heart in the Night of Navy. I could also use the jade and stamp that. So now I have an envelope to coordinate with my card. And if I had it ready, which I don't, I could also add some of the Coordinating Designer Series paper to the flap. But if I do that, it's going to have to wait till later because I can't cut a piece on camera because I put everything away. So there's our quick and easy card with its envelope, and now it's show and tell time because I have that huge stack of cards that I promised I would show you. So hold on one second. I'm just going to put my Take Your Pick tool away before I stab myself with it. Okay, so here's my original right here and the one that we just made, and on the inside I did the same thing on that one. And then earlier, I made a bunch of other samples featuring that exclusive host paper that I just showed you that I'm giving away samples of for free with your orders. So for this one, I just used some of that paper from that Hostess paper pack, and we have a coordinating envelope. It's again the same thing. I use the same thanks, except instead of the rhinestones, I use those black enamel dots. Same You Made My Day on the inside and tied together with that exact same little piece of designer series paper. So we have that one. I whipped out 2 of those because, as I said, these are great for mass producing. I also did one that has one of the florals from that pack with one of the granny apple green backgrounds. And again, I just tied the front to the inside with a little strip of designer series paper. Use that same You Made My Day, and then I added a little floral embellishment here. And that actually, I had that stamp set out. What did I do with it? Oh, so I don't know if you've noticed, but the Measure of Love stamp set from our annual catalog, the floral image here and the little outline image here, these two nest together. That's what I used here in this little circle embellishment for the inside and for the envelope. And if you haven't noticed, these flowers and little clusters are the exact same pattern or image that's in the designer series paper. How many people do you think have noticed that? Because I haven't heard anyone else mention it. I can't be the only one. Tell me someone else has noticed that. They are exactly the same. So you can coordinate this stamp set with this designer series paper quickly and easily. Okay, so then I also made the exact same card using more paper from that stack. And this time I paired it with the heart paper that's in that same stack of paper and the same granny apple green background piece. So there were those. I was able to do 2 of those. Like I said, you just chop your paper, chop as you're going. I lost an envelope somewhere. And you can make whole stack. I think I did those in less than an hour, like 8 of them. All right, so that is the host exclusive paper that I'm giving away with your orders using the special offer host code. But here's some samples using the papers that are in the sale. So first we have Beauty of the Earth, and let's see. These are just some cards that I made with that. This is actually my one of my featured 4 card tutorials that you can receive for free with your orders. So this was one card I made with it. This is another one. This is another one, and this is using the Beauty of the Earth suite. So not just the designer series paper, but the stamp and dies. This is actually a fancy fold. Then I have this fancy fold, which is actually a gift card holder. I have a few of these using different designer series paper. So it ties with the ribbon. And then when you open it up, more of the designer series paper is on the inside, and you have a pocket for your gift card. So that's a gift card holder, again, using Beauty of the Earth. I have to move my stack. I'm running out of room. We have Bloom Where You're Planted. I don't have any samples created with that one, but Bloom Where You're Planted is part of the sale. Then we have Hand Penned. I have quite a few that I've done with that one. This is another one, or actually this one is using that hand penned stamp and die bundle, but it uses the Host designer series paper. So it just shows you how they can all pair together. And again, you have your designer series paper that carries to the inside and your pocket for your gift card. So that's just tying the what am I saying here? Hand penned in with that Host Designer Series paper. And then, where's the rest of those cards? I had more. With that, oh, here we go. This is more with that hand penned. So this is a fancy fold. It's a kind of a gate fold. Just instead of being vertical, it's a horizontal gate fold. And it also uses some of that Pansy Petals Designer Series paper with just the check pattern. And let me see. I have a whole stack of those somewhere. I think I neglected to bring them out, but I'm going to do another live probably tomorrow, so I'll get those the other hand pen samples out for that. Okay, moving on, we have In the Wild, and this is one of the cards I made with that. So it's a kind of a diorama card with our tiger sitting in the jungle with Thinking of You, and you can see it's all popped up on dimensionals. So that's a pretty cool idea, using the layering diorama dies. And then I had another one. Where's my other one? I should have put these in order ahead of time. Oh, here it is. This is another one that I did using that. It was just a quick and easy card with just Designer Series paper and my little tiger with some stamping. Just another way to quickly use up some of your Designer Series paper. And we have more from Pansy Petals. I absolutely love the check patterns that are in that Designer Series paper. This is another fancy fold. Carried over some of the Designer Series paper to the inside, and again it uses that hand-penned collection of stamp sets and stamps and dies. A few ornamental gems. Stamped envelope to coordinate. And again, with the Pansy Petals, just featuring that check pattern from the Designer Series paper, carrying it over to the inside. And another one. This is actually another 4-card tutorial that's available for free with your $50 orders. Again, just using some of the more classic prints from the Pansy Petals and more of that hand-penned collection of stamps and dies. And then we come to Christmas. So we have our Tidings of Christmas Designer Series paper. This is just one of those one of the classic patterns that come with the Designer Series paper. It doesn't even have to be for holidays. You could keep the little rhinestones off your tree and change this greeting to sympathy, thinking of you. It would make a great masculine card. Just take the gems off and leave the tree. This one was done on Very Vanilla. This one's done on Whisper White, so it just shows you how you can easily coordinate this Designer Series paper with the white or the Very Vanilla. And then I just have one, whoops, my whole stack just fell over. One more sample. This is using the You're a Peach Designer Series paper. And again, this is one of those gift card holders. So we have our Designer Series paper, our little stamped peach. You open it up, you have more peach stamped images on the inside, your Designer Series paper carries, and you have your pouch for your gift card. And it all ties together with a nice coordinating ribbon. So there's that. And then my last sample is once again using the Designer Series paper that's in that Host exclusive stack, which again, you can get some of that free when your orders are $50 or more and you use my special offer host code. But again, only through August 2nd because the paper sale ends August 2nd. And this is the card that I showed a couple of days ago, my little turtle card, where you pull the little tab and the turtle wishes happy birthday to the recipient. And on the inside, we carry over our little turtle sentiment. And because I am always late, I'm ashamed to say. I need a lot of belated birthday cards because I am really slow. So there you go. So there's your little turtle flip card using that host exclusive designer series paper. So I hope you've enjoyed my sneak peeks at my cards. I hope I've given you some great ideas featuring our designer series paper, have inspired you to get your designer series papers out and craft, and to order some of this paper while it is on sale. It is 15% off. So where it regularly retails for $11.50, you're getting almost a $2 savings at under $10 a pack. And you know you're going to use it because we have all these great cards to make. And Christmas is coming, so be sure to get that tidings of Christmas in your order. All right, I guess that's it. So I hope you enjoyed our card. Once again, this is the card sketch that we played with today, and some of our sample cards. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me and I will be happy to answer them. So thanks guys, and have a great evening. Happy stamping. And don't forget to place your orders using your host code so I can share some of my stash with you, because where these packs came from, let me just tell you, they have a lot of friends and I would love to pass them on to new homes. So thanks a lot guys. Have a great evening, and I will stamp with you later. Bye.